Good morning everyone. I am P.Pranitha, Data Science second year section C. So now I am going to explain about sequences in mathematics. What is the mean by sequence? Sequence is a set of numbers or objects which should be in a particular order. So that is called a sequence. For example, I have taken example of 1, 5, 9, 13, 14, 21, 25 and so on. Here the difference between 1 and 5 is 4 and also 5 and 9 is also 4. Here the particular order is by adding 4 we will get a sequence. So it has a particular order that is called a sequence. We have a types of sequences here. First one is constant sequence. In constant sequence, all the term in the sequence will be same. For example, Sn is equal to 4, 4, 4 and so on. Here there is no particular order between the two terms and one number is repeating again and again. So there is no particular order. So this is called a constant sequence. Then bounded below sequence. What is the mean by bounded below sequence means the lower bound of the sequence is less than or equal to the given sequence. That is called a bounded below sequence. Here the lower bound is denoted by small m. Then bounded above sequence. Here bounded above means the upper bounded of the sequence denoted by capital M is greater than or equal to the given sequence is called a bounded above sequence. Bounded sequence. Bounded sequence is if it is have a lower limit and also the upper limit is called the bounded sequence. For example, sequence Sn is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here the lower limit is 1 and the upper limit is 5. Which is having the two limits, that is lower limit and also upper limit. So this is called the bounded sequence. Unbounded sequence, which is not bounded, is called the unbounded sequence. For example, Sn is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Here I have a lower limit but I don't have an upper limit, right? So this is called an unbounded sequence, which is having only one limit. We don't have an upper limit and lower limit here. So that is called an unbounded sequence. Convergent sequence. Convergent sequence is limit if the limit value is finite, that is called a convergent sequence. For example, sequence Sn is equal to 1, 1 by n. If I apply the limits on both sides, limit Sn is equal to limit of 1 plus 1 by n. If I apply n tends to infinity here, 1 by infinity is 0. So we will get a finite value here, 1. This is the finite value. So this is called a convergent sequence. Divergent sequence. Divergent sequence means which is not convergent. That is called a divergent sequence. Here in this divergent sequence, we will get the answers like infinity, minus infinity, 1 by infinity, like that. Here if we take an example of 2 power of n, if we apply the limits on both sides, limit Sn is equal to limit of 2 power of n. Here I have applied the n tends to infinity, 2 power of infinity. 2 power of infinity is infinity only. So here we won't get any finite value here. We will get like infinite value, infinity, like that. So this is called an divergent sequence. So this is about the sequences and types of sequences. Thank you everyone.